All right, so we're gonna get started here.
Alright,
Roll call.
Jerry Burmeister.
Kate Edwards,
George Harris.
Andy Butler,
Shelby Shannon.
Right, so we can have a forum. So the board of officers is out there. Approval of meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, last month's minutes.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, good. All right, old business.
No old business.
Oh, yeah, we don't have, oh. Did I put all that on new business? I just messed up this agenda left and right.
You're already on the.
Yeah, I got senioritis.
Already discussed your betrayal. It's okay.
It's fine. She's leaving it. We don't like it.
Leaving?
Yes.
Yeah.
She stayed in Pilton for a short term unless she falls in love with Colorado, then it will be short. Term.
Yeah.
Different jazz.
We don't want to leave. Needs to move on. So
I can understand the drama. Yeah,
that's
I'm excited. But I'll miss it here. Okay, George, we can just move on to new business and
Sure.
we'll call it old business because it is. All right, first we have National Register inventory. You guys went through this meticulous list that Sandy and Helen, and Tammy had a few on here put together. Having some that are changing from non-contributing to contributing, the reason why, the page number, the address, wonderful information. I agree with all of it. You know, if there's any questions, I know some of these do have question marks on them, like 218 East Water, 232 South Franklin. If you want to leave those out, we could bring them up next month for further discussion of what we think should happen there. Sandy, I don't know if you have any insight on those ones with question marks of, you know, what, did you want to change it to something or just make a note of
I think
something added?
we had a question mark and I think that Helen and I were going to drive by to make our termination on that. And we
Okay.
did not do that.
Okay. No, that's all right. So I'll just, on the record, remove those question mark ones from any decision that you folks make as far as adopting or not adopting any and all of these.
Okay.
So Sandy, were you guys gonna look again at 334 South Pendleton and 338 South Broadway?
If there's a question mark on there, I need to go look at those. I
Yeah.
didn't look at them. I need to drive by and look at them. So I will do that.
Yeah, and I can print this for you if you want, because you can have the ones that have just the question marks. I'll highlight them for you.
She can have my full stack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think I have one at home, but.
Oh, do you? Okay, well,
Well.
either
I'll
way.
I'll take hers.
Okay.
In case I don't get. I did with that. Yeah, those are the ones that was kind of,
Didn't know, yeah.
Helen and I both looked at them, so we just thought we need to drive by, and we never did. Helen had her stroke and we just never got.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So there's about 73 changes, dates wrong, things like that, or like Sandy said, they've got a question mark on them, so they can check in on those and we won't. Let's discuss it when they've got that information. So essentially what we're looking for is a motion to adopt the changes to the National Register inventory, or any modifications thereof, or to not. So that's and any discussion, we can certainly have that as well. Any questions or things you want to maybe remove from this list for more information?
You're looking for a motion right now? I'll make a motion that we accept the changes,
Okay.
Oh, even though you guys,
even the question, except for the question marks.
Right, yeah, we'll remove those from the record.
Yeah,
and the question marks include the question marks in the comments.
they're right
the
here.
reasons.
It's right here. It says, like on 218 East Water Street, there's a question mark there. Is that what you're talking
There's
about?
some under the reason.
Yeah, there's some in both. Sandy, you've got
Oh.
like some with the reason column are a question mark, but they have a status change.
Okay,
So if we want, we can just take out anything that has a question mark in any column and discuss those at a later time.
okay.
That's fine with me, if that's what you guys want to do.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I
So
just
you have a
want to
motion?
get it corrected. I mean, there was a lot of things that needed to be changed on there.
Okay.
No,
So I'm gonna put-
So do we have a motion to accept, except for the
So it'd be a motion to adopt minus the question mark items.
So we have a second?
I'll second.
Wait, sorry, who first did? Oh, Sandy. Okay.
Jerry seconded.
I am not as fast as Stephanie is.
Fine.
Okay,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed?
all right.
Good.
Excited.
Speak, Helen, Rusty and I went through this entire thing. She went through it first. And then I had a meeting with her, and then I went through it second time together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the changes.
Okay. Now, Sandy, do you know if, like, we'll get this inventory item updated? We have the National Register, you know, we applied in 91, got the registration, designation. Is this something that they want to see when we've done one? I know I've talked with,
I wouldn't recommend that. It's there if they want it,
okay,
but we don't want to flag that we have lost a lot of homes.
okay,
So
I
that's,
agree.
that's the key.
okay. Because I know with, oh gosh, her name is, I talk to her all the time. She does, she's doing the DNR grant with us. I'll think of her name, but, they have a new quarterly or yearly reporting for our CLG status, which I know I had kind of chatted with you guys on, Ashley Thomas, that's who it is. And she had said that when there's a demolition, they're now having us report it, but I'm getting information from her on how to do that and which district she's concerned with.
Right.
Because our CLG is, I mean, it's like down here. It's
Yeah.
because of this district and the main street and like all of that. So is the national something that they want that information for? And I don't think we have a few in the Shard network thing, but like not a lot.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm still getting more info from Rose. This is the first year they've really done that.
Right.
So they're still kind of working out the kinks.
There's a house on Pearl Street that will probably get a,
Mm-hmm.
and it's foundation's gone on it.
Is that's the one on the corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked
Cute
to,
as could be, but the inside, I guess.
yeah, that's what they came in to talk to me about that, cause I think there's a lot of maybe termite.
It's in its own, the foundation is from,
Yeah, yeah.
That one's for sale.
it's only 100,000.
Oh, wow.
But it's gonna probably, you know.
I think Historic Boston's gonna look at it just to see if there's a possibility to save it.
Did anyone purchase the one on Franklin? The one on the corner, was it 131? There was an auction for it.
Oh, there was?
Took it off the market.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, we all
Oh,
went
yeah,
through
we
the
went
house.
through that,
They
yeah.
did that one.
No, they
Yeah,
took it
yeah,
off the
they took
market,
it off the
didn't
market.
sell it.
They didn't sell it?
Well, the guy, the owner, I guess the family that inherited, they decided not to sell it. That's what I understood it to be.
I guess that's better than selling it and knocking it down.
Hmm.
You know,
The inside is just,
it's in bad shape.
did you not go to that, David?
No, I think I was gone.
It was awful. They would take a lot of money to take that back, to keep it normal on the inside.
Does it seem structurally sound or is it rotted with termites and
No,
foundational
I
damage?
didn't see that. but
Okay.
I'm just saying all the trims been changed, the list.
So.
Uh,
That, there is not one piece of that history in that house.
Yikes. It looks like the outside has still
That
some of
outside
the,
looks good, but you walk in, you go,
I would not expect that. Yeah, looking from the outside.
Somebody threw a bid that was gonna go for auction, depending on.
Oh, like what the starting bid was? I don't
it
know.
was over 200. Remember,
It's pretty big, isn't it?
yeah, because we were figuring out that Historic Falk Creek could purchase that, you know,
Yeah.
we can get support from Indiana Landmark, but I think we are going to look at the one on Pearl Street.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Before we move on, one of these indicated it was a single story. In fact, it was evident. But you want to make those changes?
Yes, which number?
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll get it to you here in a second.
Okay, yeah, just go by whatever the number is on the far left column. That way I can
Okay.
just make sure I do the right one. Okay, cool. All right, and then next thing I've got for you is the residential design guidelines. So Connor was working very hard on this. He's done a great job on it. We did have some amendments, some notes from you guys that have been included. George, I know you were mostly on that. They had to do with kind of referencing minimum maintenance was one of them. Making sure people call the town if they're making changes, even if it's just for recommendations, if they, not even if they need a permit, but kind of trying to encourage that as much as possible, just so people can get used to it and also realize like we're not a threatening body here, like we just want to help. So I think those were some great amendments. So this is the final version with notes. I didn't have any notes from anybody else, so if there's anything else you wanted me to address in here, I'll look at. I think it's a great first go of it, like any document, we'll find out.
Really thorough.
Yes,
very
it was
good.
very thorough. Connor is a whiz.
Yeah.
He's just great to work with on ordinances and reports and things like that. He does
Just
a
a line
fine job.
toward, doesn't he?
Mhm. So it's a living document, just like anything else we have. We find stuff that's working, we can, zhuzh it up if we find stuff that isn't working, or, we want to change, we want to add latest best practices. We can always do that as well. So what I would look for on this is a motion to adopt the residential design guidelines, keeping in mind, this is a document that does not, is not tied to requiring a COA. Now, if we happen to have a home like, yours, in the downtown local business district or, historic district, and it's used as a home, someone could certainly use this document over the other one we have, which is much more geared towards commercial. Not entirely, but mostly. So, it could be used, when someone is requesting a COA specifically in a residential home in our downtown business. But so that's what I'm looking for this one. Or we can continue it again. We can make other changes. We can do whatever works for you guys.
But what I read nicely.
Yes. I did too. It read good. It seemed to be good for me.
We have a motion.
I motion to approve residential design guidelines.
In a second.
I'll second it.
Everybody in favor?
I,
Aye. Anybody opposed?
Wonderful.
Done it, done.
Kate, did you find that number?
I did, it is 277. 277.
What number is it on the Excel sheet?
Oh, I'm sorry, in page 277. It was,
At 217 Madison,
217 Madison.
217
This
Madison.
is on page 277.
what's it listed as, a two-story or a one-story?
It's listed as a 1,
But it's actually two.
yeah.
All right, that is
According to,
24.
according to the picture.
217 Madison. It's 2 stories, not 1.
Good catch.
Thank you. Okay, yep, we will amend that in the inventory. Okay, cool. So the facade grant provisions, I know we discussed that last time. I haven't gotten any applications from Fletcher or Joanne. What I would suggest we do is create a window of space that anybody else who's interested in starting a new grant or seeking more dollars to get up to their maximum 50,000 match. Give them a time frame, and then at that point, look into, starting that process again for people to reapply who have maxed out their match already.
So Reggie and I are currently recipients, and we're almost finished, actually. I finished with what we have applied for.
Uh-huh,
So, which was well under the 50,000.
uh-huh,
There is one other exterior door that is kind of falling apart, was adhered to the brick properly or framed out properly. So would that be an opportunity for us to request
Yeah,
another?
you can do that right now.
I mean,
And you don't have to do a new application. What we would do is you just give me the information and we would amend. I think that's what we did with Tyler. When he came back to ask for more money, because he already had an open application.
Okay.
And we just amended it to add more.
I done that, you've done that, I guess. Door on the back of my building.
Mhm.
Fireproof door.
Yeah,
okay.
so yeah, you can absolutely do that right now. Just send me the information. Yeah, I know. You'll see Connor in here. I'm gonna try to get him trained up. To be able to do all that, but.
Speaking of the facade grant, the building across the street looks fantastic.
It
Tyler.
does.
So you're gonna, you know,
I know, he has done a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's made a huge difference in
Absolutely.
how our block over there looks. So, you know, looking kind of, I mentioned this last time, truthfully, kind of looking at that and saying how much he's put into it was kind of what made me go, okay, well, I haven't really had much more interest in these dollars. How can I put them to work? You know, with someone who's definitely maxed out a match from us. So that's kind of what started that. I don't recall off the top of my head many others who have maybe hit the match, but I feel like if we don't get any further interest for a majority of that, you know, those dollars, that's gonna be a good place for it to go.
And you know, it's kind of sad to say that for most of over half of these properties downtown are locked up at legality, if you will.
Yeah.
Owens properties.
Yeah.
So, and it's, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, I know Joanne's got the building, the, travelers behind us now. And you had mentioned some windows and doors maybe. But honestly, I don't even think that would reach our max. So I want to get that money moving. And then that way, when we apply in 27, we kind of, you know, look like we've used what we've gotten and we're ready for more.
Yeah.
And then that's also where you guys can create a new application to make it a little different than, we've gone from 21 and 24 applications have been the same as far as how the applicants could apply with the maximum amount allocated. But with this new one, you can do 75-25, you can do 80-20. Things that were excluded on the first two rounds. And frankly, we didn't really change a lot in 24 because the one in 21 worked really well. So I didn't really do any changes on it. You can, but it excludes things like roof lines, it excludes interior type of things that we could certainly, you know, maybe not carte blanche, but make it a little more flexible. You know, because now we've gotten some really good projects done with what we've got, and maybe now even those owners are looking into, I need a new roof, I need a new interior timber thing, I don't know, a truss, whatever. So maybe that's what we can use to help, and, you know, maybe it opens up a new space in their building that they can rent out.
Didn't the previous ones go like 6 feet into the facade, the front facade?
Yeah,
I don't,
they were allowed to go back 6 or 8 feet into the entry.
okay.
really?
So, I mean, if you have a historic foyer,
Yeah.
you know, then.
Is that on this one,
Makes sense.
you got, the one that was the 5 buildings, including yours, Jerry?
No, that was on the previous ones,
I didn't even know.
or when I worked.
Oh,
She
okay.
worked here, she would know.
Yeah. Those are, I think those were HPF, those weren't food and beverage, as
Oh.
far as I understand, because
Oh.
those were dictated by the DNR, and they kind of said how far in you can go, because I remember when we did that big Okra thing last year,
Right.
that was one, and that's through the, I think the same kind of funnel of dollars, and it was like 6 or 8 feet into the building.
Okay, that must be what I.
Yeah, those are different dollars, those are a lot bigger.
Okay.
So. That's kind of my thoughts on that. I'll set some stuff up with Connor and Denise to make sure we kind of keep this ball rolling. My idea was maybe by the end of summer, if there's no applicants for a new project, or, you know, additional type of things, which anyone can apply for additional money if they have it maxed out right now. That's not closed or anything. Anyone can do that. Then maybe we do put out a call for, and frankly, I can only think of one, but I don't have my book in front of me to tell me what grants we have open, but, where we can get the rest of that money out.
And you know, food for thought. I remember the first time that someone come to me and it was a 50-50 and I didn't do it. And a few years after that, they came back and it was more like a 60-40,
Mhm.
25. And
Yeah,
then I done.
yeah, I definitely think our next.
Money out of pocket for the property.
Yes, absolutely. And I definitely think if we get the next allocation of food and beverage, it will absolutely be a lower percentage. And maybe that'll also just get some folks with smaller projects too, you know, that little things around town that need done.
You know, thanks to Sandy and she knew and, you know, it all worked out, you know.
We're glad we've got you. Okay, so does anyone have kind of, I'm thinking end of August, but you can change that if you know, wanna do fall time or wanna wait till the end of the year. Kinda up to you, but I know things can kinda take a couple months to, you know, get everything squared up, and I'm pretty sure this opens in March of next year, so. If it stays going the way it's going, things change.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on that? You want me to put a time limit on kind of that?
I think August is
Waiting.
good.
I think that makes sense, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I have a meeting coming up with Fletcher and Joanne about the travel,
Okay, good.
so looking at painting and redoing the windows.
Yeah.
Just, new glazing for the windows and
Yeah.
then some construction.
Those windows metal.
I think they're wood.
I think they're wood too. Yeah.
They're not the original. The original was for,
Which, I mean, again, that qualifies if they want to go back to that for,
well, that's my question to them. You
Yeah.
might as well go ahead and order new windows. But
Yeah.
they're so big,
yeah, they're huge.
they're gonna be,
And they're in
if
custom size, I'm
it's
sure.
a half 50-50, they might do that.
And you guys approved Marvin's for our new
Yes.
because they were historically.
Yes,
Would you be willing to look into it?
I have a meeting with her.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I don't know,
yes.
I'm gonna push for it.
I would, yeah, I would.
But it does have a price on the windows.
They do have a price.
Think Anderson Millworks, who done the door on the front of my building.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It was just for the window only. It wasn't for installation.
Oh, that's
Isn't
great.
Fletcher pretty good? He does.
Yeah, but I couldn't do those windows.
Oh, okay. Cause I know on her other building here years ago,
He could-
he was the one who was the contractor on site when we did the application.
Well, the trouble that they're having is their contractors aren't getting back. So I gave him the name of Seth Swain. He normally does roofs, but he wants to go into a little bit more remodeling. So I said, well, if you bid on that, I got scaffolding you can use. So I was trying to encourage him.
Right, yeah, make it a easier to digest.
You won't have to rent the scaffolding, I'll just let you use ours.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I'll put that in my notes, and then, just make sure we have kind of a process. It'll involve just kind of, I don't know if I'd have to check with upstairs, the people who have the checkbook, but, if we could just send, it would be open for people who have already had an application open, who've exceeded, they're maxed out their 50%, if they would actually have to have a new application. Whatever would be easier for,
How much money do you bill?
we have 55,000.
55.
So, you know, even if Joanne takes a chunk of that, that's still a pretty decent chunk to get out to somebody. Okay, cool. And then I did talk with our attorneys, about the local district and the voluntary, inclusion in the local district. So I did some research because I had figured that if it wasn't contiguous, we'd have to have kind of a separate district for the residential, which can be done.
Yes.
But our local district is not contiguous. I had kind of assumed it was because I'm so used to annexation and zoning and all the things contiguous. So it's set up in the ordinance to just reflect that the local district is wherever is in Exhibit A, which is the map, and has the Thomas Pendleton House, which is not contiguous. It has the lighthouse and the pond and the park and the shelter house, which are not contiguous. So I don't think it would be a problem to spot, for lack of a better word, annex people into that local district should they want to be included.
Okay.
Now, as far as, I don't think there's a legal description I could find in the ordinance for the local district. It was just a map. And then a general description of kind of where it was located. Our attorneys might suggest something a little more heavy duty than that, and then we would just amend it every single time we added somebody to have a new legal description of what was included.
That's good news though.
So I haven't kind of heard, those were my questions to them. I said, hey, I found this. I want to expand this local district for people to voluntarily come in. How is that done? Or is that even an option? And what does that mean for a property owner? And that was just, 10 days ago.
So how they would segue into the HPC as far as
Mhm.
receiving funds?
Yeah.
See, that's the whole key right there.
Yeah. Because it's not, the local district isn't necessarily tied to the zoning. So it doesn't necessarily matter if it's zoned residential or downtown business. I mean, the park is zoned recreation open space. It's not downtown business. So as long as, this ordinance is from 2011, so I know a lot's changed in laws from that point,
Right.
but from what I'm seeing, you should in theory be able to do that.
Okay.
And then those properties would fall under getting a COA for any exterior changes.
Facade. The front facade.
Yes, the facade. Well, the way our ordinance is written is anything visible from a public right of way. So if they have an alley, those are platted right of ways.
Oh, they are.
So like, that's how we could get Jerry his door, because
Okay.
it's from the back, or like John Oliver's building over there. He had windows on the back of the building because they were visible from that alley. So, it could be
That's
like
okay.
that,
It's
but
just more money for the homeowner.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, well,
But it doesn't have to necessarily be as strict, if we have something in there that's, if it is a residential zone or use, only front from the street, not necessarily out. That's your purview
okay.
to do. And I don't think we need to go through any processes with, landmarks, DNR, anything like that. It's kind of just ours.
Okay.
So this is good news.
It is good. Will you make sure there's a file on that so that we know we can go back and look at that?
Yes, yes,
The new
absolutely.
person's gonna be like,
It's
just put my name on that file.
Cindy Butler.
Yeah.
the Sandy Butler
Sandy size
file,
only.
the Sandy files, right? So yes, yeah, it's great news, and I'm hoping our attorneys don't come back with, oh, you read that completely wrong. That ordinance does not say you can do that.
We'll be gone by then.
Yeah, but I'll still be around, maybe they'll hire me as a historic consultant.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. So anyway, I'll keep you guys posted with that. We have our, bi-weekly legal meeting with our attorneys tomorrow. So I'll see if they have any updates for me. So,
Good. Thanks for doing that.
yeah, absolutely. That's a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Now, I think it'd be great though, kind of keeping the ball rolling with this, legal stuff can take a while, but, do you know any property owners that would want to kind of lead that charge, who would want to come in, who would want to maybe be the boots on the ground to say, hey, like, advocate for doing this and the value in
Oh, I
it?
see somebody that would.
Like the Rings, like they own that house right outside of the district. And
Right.
that's a perfect example, things like that, like they're,
Helen Resky, I know would do that.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
There's, let me just put that out to Historic Fall Creek and see what they're offering and what's out there.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
do it in Historic Fall?
Well, it's 130 North John.
Is it on here?
Yeah.
Is it contributed?
It says no.
Well, see, that she would be a good one because her house is non-contributing. She would need the funds to be able to make it contributing.
Yeah, that's changing from contributing to non-contributing because of the roof and the porch.
right, yeah,
But see, that, she would be a prime example, saying,
right.
I want my house to be historically correct.
and funding availability, you know,
know what
through
we're
this
talking
board.
about, Michelle.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, so that just put, it's $100,000.
I'm just saying that even though their house is not contributing, those funds could be used to make it contributing.
Right, right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Those things are available through this board easier than they are for just maybe an individual to be able to go and get. I mean, there are tax incentives and things like that that we've, you know, given to folks that we, you know, the whole application packet, all that. But it's not our decision to make on whether they actually get something. So I know that can be a little difficult, but yep, so I think good news. But, all right, I don't have anything else. Do you guys have anything else you want to discuss? Any items, any housekeeping, anything you want me to have Connor to look into? He'll probably take the reins for a while.
Also, you'd be connecting,
Yeah, he probably will be taking over this board.
he's worthy.
He is, yeah, he started off really good with these residential design guys. Is that okay? You can handle it.
It'd be fine.
Yeah.
And he has us to support him.
Absolutely.
When are you leaving? I'm sure I can ask you this afterwards. They all know it.
Oh, yeah, June 1st.
Are they having an open house for you? I'm assuming
I don't know.
they.
Me and Karen will have a joint
He's
Yeah.
50 cents to him.
party.
Yeah, we've got a council member right here, so.
Yeah.
Make that happen there, Jerry.
Well, let's say it's already been talked about.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, anything else for the record?
For the record, thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
Much
It's been a
appreciated.
wonderful 5
We're
years.
gonna miss you.